rumble with the roar of the crowd. Underneath the stars, we make our town proud. Every win, every loss, we shout it out loud. From the court to the field, to the dirt and the track, we cheer for the glory, we never hold back. It's the pulse of the county, the pride we unpack. Limestone County sports, we bring the game to life. Every play, every fight, every Friday night. Limestone County sports, it's where legends ignite. Limestone County sports, where the legends ignite.
JV, the ignited fire is out.
It is. And let the cold weather begin.
Yes, what a day to record our last show of the season. You know, it's 15 degrees outside.
Yeah.
The warmth has left. The cold is here. Although I've heard it's supposed to be about 70 by the end of the week again. You know how Alabama weather is.
Yeah.
But, Jay, this is our last show, brother.
It is.
I'm your host, Greg Wise. This is
JV.
we are talking Limestone County High School football for the last time of the season. We are very appreciative for the Golden Eagles of Athens and the Rattlers of Tanner.
Yes,
They gave us one more week to be able to get together on a Monday morning and talk a little football and a little sports. And so thank you, Coach Gross and Coach Smith. You did your jobs. You got us one more week, and we're very appreciative of that, although this is it. It'd be hard for us to do basketball shows because there's about 40 basketball games a week. I don't have any kids playing basketball by the grace of God.
Well, my wife thinks we ought to keep doing it. I don't know.
Your wife said we need to keep doing the show?
Yeah.
What would we talk about?
I don't know. She told me, she said, basketball is Limestone County sport.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that, and it doesn't take up much of our time. We usually shoot every Monday morning at about from 8 to 9, and then I'll have to edit and then post for a little bit. So it doesn't take a lot of time to kind of do this stuff, put it together, and I enjoy doing it. We'll think about it. How about that?
Especially when it gets close to the county tournament, that'd be the best time.
Well, I think we talked about that last year when we ended our show last year. We were like, hey, we'll come back right before the county tournament and talk about some teams and where they're at in their area and all of that stuff, and that never happened.
Yeah.
So we'll see. You got any kids playing basketball?
No.
I don't either, so I'm like not naturally at gyms and things. We go from time to time. My daughter was playing, and then she's focusing solely on softball now. And so not just naturally at gyms watching teams play. And so I'm not in the loop on basketball. But, we had a lot of basketball coaches on this past summer before our football season started, and got to talk to Bryant Wales and Coach Story up at Elkmont. And, appreciate them guys.
Yeah.
And so good luck to all those basketball teams, and maybe we will get back together soon. I say I want some time off from every Monday morning because I have to get up a little earlier on Monday mornings than I do other times.
Are you off tomorrow?
I am off tomorrow. Tomorrow's Veterans Day.
Well, I'm not.
If you're listening. Jay, you got to go to work on Veterans Day. You get paid like double time and a half for that.
No.
What? Bro. Our office here will be closed tomorrow. So I will have Veterans Day off.
Speaking of Veterans Day, we had a chance to visit the wall yesterday. How sombering was that?
It's here in town at Athens State.
Yesterday was the last day.
Okay.
And, man.
I seen it advertised on social media and things of that nature. Kind of describe for our listeners if they don't know what you're talking about.
It's the replica of the actual Veterans Wall. It's in Washington, D.C. Every person that was killed in the Vietnam War, their names on that wall. Yeah. And they did a replica. They did, I think it was 30 cities. And cool. Athens was chosen as one. Mayor Martz and his delegation put in a request, I think, 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was out at Beasley Field it was out there Thursday. And we went yesterday, and man, 58. Cool. I think they said it was 58,000 people.
I seen the setup on social media. It looked like it was a pretty cool event, and they were there from maybe like Wednesday or Thursday all the way through yesterday.
Yeah, they had the closing ceremonies, and they had a guy play taps and all that. It was
hey,
really,
that'll get you tore up
Yeah.
when you hear taps. I did a funeral for a veteran friend of mine last summer. I think it was last summer. Got killed on a motorcycle, and I had the privilege of honoring him at his officiating his funeral. And before we went outside and they did the 21 gun salute. I think it's 21 gun salute, and played taps. And buddy, I'll get you choked up.
Yeah,
even if you're not kind of up to speed on military type things. You hear that horn playing, it'll get to you.
And on the wall, it has a dot, and it's a list of 10 names, and then it'll be a diamond means that those guys are actually buried. But if it's a cross, they're still missing in action.
Wow, man, that's sombering, Jay.
Yeah.
Appreciate you sharing this at the beginning of the show.
Thanks to Mayor Marks and his delegation for doing that in Athens State University. It was a great experience for me and my family, and maybe it'll be back soon.
Yeah, cool. So if it's in town in the future, or maybe in a local city, visit that. Speaking of Athens, Athens was in action, playoff game. They were over at Fort Payne.
Thursday night.
Yeah, they played on Thursday night due to some potential weather that never made it.
No.
And we had a tornado watch on Friday, and it never even rained much or anything. But that's how it is in the South. I remember we were talking about last night. We came to church maybe last summer or spring or something, and there was no expectations of severe weather, and all of a sudden everybody sits down, preacher starts preaching, all of our phones start going off, tornado on the ground, and you're like, what? So everybody's running around, what's going on? And it was kind of up near the sportsplex, and so that's the weather here in the South. So a lot of games were moved to Thursday night. I had the privilege of watching most of that game on the NFHS network. And first half, it was 24-7 at halftime. Fort Payne was up. Looked like Athens couldn't stop much of what Fort Payne was trying to do, especially in the first half. However, by the fourth quarter, Coach Gross and his team make some adjustments at halftime, and in the fourth quarter, it's down to a one-score game. Fort Payne was up 24-17, and then Fort Payne put a couple drives together there late in the game and stretch it out and beat Athens 38-23.
And Coach Gross pulled out some trick plays there in that second half. What was it, a punt, and they double pass or whatever?
Yeah, well, most of the time, when you get to that point in the season, the whole playbook is at your disposal. I watched the Boaz Russell game as well. Was it Friday?
Yeah,
it was on Friday night. There was some plays in it too. I was like, hey, you're in playoff football. We pulling everything at Russell had kind of a double reverse pass. It was open. They didn't execute, missed it, didn't hit it, but it was wide open. And you're like, okay, they're digging down in that playbook now. I like to see it. But yes, hey, you got to put all those things on the table. Athens ends up 6-5 on the season. Just a couple of side notes. I searched through the ahsfhs.org website. This was third year in a row for the playoffs for the Golden Eagles, and 7 of 10 years. Coach Gross completing a decade of football. High school head coach at Athens High School, year 10. He's been to the playoffs 7 out of 10 years.
That's good.
And one of those years was a 2-rounder. Yeah. And so they have played 8 extra games of football in the last decade at Athens High School. So Coach Gross and his staff there just keeps it rolling. And when you talk about playing 8 extra games in a decade, that's a whole nother season of football.
That's it.
And you're giving those guys, those 17, 18-year-old kids one extra game. They never forget it. Goes with them a long way. So congratulations, Coach Gross, and the very successful Athens High School football program. Anything else on Athens, Jay?
Just, like I said, congratulations to Coach Gross and the staff. And hate it for those seniors that went out Thursday night. Coach Gross told Marla, Kurt Harvey's wife, she interviewed at the end of the game because Kurt had to produce the game because Tim was doing James Clemens, and Coach Gross told Marla, he said, I wish I had that first half back again. Mm-hmm. He said the way we played in the second half, he said we'd had it, we would have won the game.
Yeah, they played really well in the second half. Like I said, got it to within one score. Athens is traditionally, in this decade of Coach Gross football, always competitive.
Yeah.
You'll rarely see that they just getting absolutely run off the field by any team, and that's in a region with muscle shows and hearts.
Yeah.
Again, end up 6-5. Great run again for the Golden Eagles.
And they'll see in probably in the next couple, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, if there's any change. Could be 6A still or move to 7A. So we'll see how that goes for them.
Yeah, we've talked about reclassification. I don't think there's been a confirmed word out yet. Usually reclassification is in December. We were hearing that it may actually get pushed back to February because I think they're really wanting to discuss dividing private school and public schools. We may talk about that a little more later in the show, but if they push it back, you're not going to know what your kind of schedule looks like next season. That's why we really can't even talk about schedules now or moving forward of, hey, what's the expectation for next year, because nobody has a clue.
No.
Don't know what, they're possibly talking about going back to only 6 classifications, no 7A anymore, just if they divide public and private. Now, I don't think that if they divide public and private, I don't think that would be going into effect in 26. I think they would push that back to 28 is what I'm hearing. Your classifications will probably still be through 7A the next 2 years, but be prepared because in 28 we're dividing public and private and may go back down to 6A. So you got kind of an idea. You'll probably – now, Athens was on the fringe of bumping up to 7A.
Yeah.
I looked on one of those websites where you can see the numbers, and they were getting pretty close. Yeah. And they've had, influx of people in this area, a lot of those going to Athens, East Limestone, Ardmore's getting a few. And so all of those bigger schools in this area is just getting bigger.
And they're throwing up houses everywhere. In the city, so
as long as Huntsville City don't annex it, and then they go to Huntsville City schools.
That's true.
But some of those, are going to Athens. So if it stays as is for the next 2 years, which we are almost positive that's going to be the case, Athens could still be playing 7A for 2 years, and then if they divide public and private in 28 and 29, it may look different. But and even if it stays the same, you're in the same classification. Regions change almost every 2 years where you may pick up or drop a team. Usually, for most of our teams, it seems like we end up dropping a relatively competitive or easier region game and picking up a juggernaut.
Yeah.
West Limestone, good example of that. That region they are in is brutal.
Yeah.
The region I think Clements and Elmont are in is brutal, with Mars Hill and Lauderdale County and some of those other teams in it. So anyway, moving into the other game that we got to cover, Tanner, was at Pisgah. That game was on Friday night. Pisgah got out to shoot like Pisgah does, playing Pisgah football. They was up 42-zip at the half and let off the accelerator. And Tanner got some points on the board, and Pisgah beat Tanner 42-14. Tanner ends up 3-8 on the season, one more win this year than they had last year. They had 2 wins last year, didn't make the playoffs, got to 3 wins this year and a playoff berth. So congrats to Coach Smith and his team down there, heading in the right direction. Year 2 for Coach Smith down there, Matt Smith.
So all season long, a buddy of mine, Marley Lucas, he helps with Tanner's team. And I tell him, when I saw him at one of the Clements games when Tanner was off. Excuse me.
You need to smoke you another Newport.
Cool, maybe. Anyway, I said, Marlon, I said, I appreciate you keeping me up, because Marlon always texts me the halftime and final score when Tanner, because a lot of the games, Tanner's games, and I couldn't find on NFHS or nobody's not updating score stream. So,
yeah.
Hey, so it was 42-0 at the half, and so I texted him back, and I said, "You think they'll have a running clock in the second half?" Because I was watching the radar because they were talking about rain, and I was looking at it, and being over in Pisgah, there was a heavy shower coming their way, and which he never responded because it was during the game. But
yeah,
so I don't know if they had a running clock or what, because Pisgah never scored again. But you could tell at the end of the game with the NFHS camera that it had rained. So, but yeah, they may have pulled their starters and put some JV guys in there. But congratulations again to Coach Smith and his staff, and great job getting to the playoffs again. So
I know he listens to the show and appreciates what we do. We appreciate what he's done down there with the Rattlers. Keep doing it. And now his focus is going to be winning another blue map in soccer.
Yeah.
And they'll have the potential to do that. We should be seeing some dirt moving on that Tanner, Elkmont, and Clements field, I would assume, soon. I thought it was going to be right after football season. Somebody told me later it may not be till January, but hopefully we'll start to see some turf around the county before spring or late spring. And that'd be really cool. And that'll be one of hopefully we can go get some drone shots of all those fields when they turn them over and put them up on our page for everybody to see. Jay, you mentioned something that I want to talk about a couple of weeks ago, and I forgot. I'm glad you mentioned the running clock. What do you think about the running clock in high school football?
Well, I mean, if I say, I don't know if they got an actual mercy rule.
Yeah.
I know they got it in basketball. If you get up by 30 in the fourth quarter, they'll
let it roll.
But if in a football game, if it's halftime and some teams up 42, 50-something to nothing, they want you to run a clock just because, to say in case you get injuries and all that stuff. But some coaches don't want to do that. Want to teach their kids lessons, I guess. I don't know, but it would seem like, it would help get the game over quicker because some of these games run so long.
Yeah, there's some of the games that the difference in competition level, there's no reason to play the full game.
And why score 70 points on somebody?
Right.
Mars Hill scored 70 Friday night against whoever they played in the playoff. Yeah. That's not right.
Yeah. I'm kind of a little indifferent. The reason I say that last high school game I attended, second half was a running clock. One of the teams ends up – the final is a 20-point spread. And so, one of the teams is on sides and doing all kinds of stuff and getting the ball back and all this. But it's a running clock. So the one team was up, like I think 42-14 maybe at the half. And so they run the clock the whole second half. And I thought, what if you're a senior on both of these teams? Like, does them seniors want the clock to roll?
Yeah.
This is the last game they'll ever play. And I thought to myself, if I'm a coach in this game, the last game, this game means nothing. This is the last game almost 100% of these seniors will ever play, ever have pads on. Do I want to shorten that? And I had never thought about that till I was on the field. And I was, experiencing it. And then that third quarter went by in like 3 minutes. And I was like, man, these seniors are getting shorted about 30 minutes of football here. Now I know the clock's still running, but at one time the officiating crew had to make a call that took a minute and a half, and the clock's just rolling. There's no play. And that's about the only time that I would be like, man, why is the clock running right here? And the only time I've really ever thought about it. Before then, I was like, hey, man, I'm glad we've got a running clock. Especially both coaches agree, roll the clock, let's get out of here. No reason to prolong this. Injuries, yes. Especially in games that matter. Region games or you get in the playoffs, things like that. You don't, hey, man, let's get it over with and roll. Until that night, and I was like, man, I seen something the other day that said, you can play as you get out of school and get older, and you can go play, some slow pitch softball. You can play some pickup games of baseball and basketball with your buddies. There's no pickup football games.
No.
There might be some flag football. That ain't the same.
Mm-mm.
There is no full pad American tackle football pickup games. So when you take them pads off for that last time as a 17, 18-year-old senior, you're never putting them back on.
Mm-mm.
You're never putting that helmet back on. And that goes for about 99.9% of the kids that's playing high school football.
Yeah.
They don't get to play at the next level. And so anyway, just a random topic that I thought about.
I didn't know if you want to touch on that topic about what happened in Mississippi either. So
Which one? Oh, yes, yes. I'm glad you brought that up, man. For those of you who are familiar with coaches in our area, last week there was a game over in Mississippi. There were two high school teams playing. Mississippi, for some reason, has if you're familiar with like travel ball stuff, they have like a gold bracket and a silver bracket, or what my friends call the doo-doo bracket. You never want to be in the doo-doo bracket. I would just soon go home than be in the doo-doo bracket.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, the Mississippi High School Football Association, or whatever it's called, has decided it's a great idea to have two separate divisions. And this game was going on Friday night. I think winner goes to the gold bracket, and you can win a state championship in that bracket. And the loser goes down in the doo-doo bracket, and you can also win a state championship in that bracket.
yeah,
I assume the juggernaut of state championships in Mississippi is in the gold bracket, and everybody knows this. So one of the coaches decides, I'm going to sandbag and lose this game. Both of these teams are 8-1. I assume that this game should have been competitive, but the other team is up like 46-0 or 46-6 or something by halftime. This coach brings his team back out onto the field. By the way, he is not playing any of his starters. Mm-mm. So the first half he's played none of the starters, which is kind of pretty obvious what's going on. And instead of just living with that and getting out of there 46-6, 46-10, and it not being too obvious, I don't know a good word to describe this coaching decision, decides that instead of kicking off to the opposing team that's winning, they're just going to take a bunch of delay of games. So much so that it goes all the way back to the goal line, right?
Yeah.
And then what happened? Like when it got to the goal line and this guy's just taking delay of games and the clock's not running yet to start the second half. Like, how did they end the game?
I don't know.
Anyway, this coach does not run a single offensive play, I think, in the whole second half.
No.
What was the final score?
It's 42-.
So I guess it probably just ended with whatever the first half score was. This coach decides to make a mockery of the game. I kind of get it from his perspective of like, what did y'all divide this and go back and say, this is the dumbest thing you could have ever done. And if you think that some teams won't sandbag, you're crazy.
Yeah.
But doing it at that level, if you read the article or know anything about it, the coach has been suspended indefinitely.
Fined.
Yes, $1,000, I think. He will never coach high school football in Mississippi again.
Yeah,
is the way I read it. His team has now been eliminated even from the doo-doo bracket. They're not going to let him play in the doo-doo bracket.
And they can't host no more games.
Yes. Can't host any more games. The team had to pay a fine, or the school had to pay a fine. And I think they're got eliminated from the playoffs for next year or two.
Next 2 years, I think so.
So devastating ramifications from your decision to make a mockery of the competitiveness of this game.
Yeah.
I can understand it from a thought perspective. I just wouldn't follow through with those actions. The coach who made these decisions, the ex-Elkmont coach, Chris Bonio.
Yeah.
Bro,
And depriving those seniors probably on that team of playing in the second half.
And the second half, even if you were going to sandbag and get in the doo-doo bracket, you probably know you're playing three, 4 more games.
Yeah.
Not anymore, you're not.
Yeah.
I just can't bring myself to losing.
Mm-mm.
Like Bunio is a heck of an offensive guy.
Yeah.
Like the first year he was at Elmont, man, had them rolling. I say when they were 4-0, 5-0, something like that. Had a pretty okay season. Year 2, some personal things got brought to light, and he's gone. And he's trying to restart his career in Mississippi. Was successful.
Yeah.
8-1 in the playoffs. Have an opportunity to compete at the highest level.
Yeah.
You choose to compete at the lower level in the doo-doo bracket. Okay. I can maybe understand, hey, we've got Alabama is in the gold bracket. Yeah. Everybody's playing for second because we already know they're, maybe some bigger private school, something. We don't know the specs. So we're going to play. We're going to not necessarily play to win. Let's save our starters.
Yeah.
Try to win the doo-doo bracket. No, we're not just going to do that. We're going to show you how dumb of a decision it is to have 2 separate brackets. And now it's cost you.
Yeah.
I don't know if he will ever coach any kind of football again.
I wouldn't expect no.
He'd have to move far away where nobody knows anything about it. Great offensive mastermind. I've seen him calling plays before. Did a fantastic job at Elmont for a little while. Crazy.
Man, what a stain on your reputation.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Weird. Jay, what about some college football? Anything interesting going on in college football this past weekend?
I was a little nervous Saturday night.
What? There was never any doubt, Jay. Never any doubt.
My only deal with our defense is when we'd play zone.
Well, I
and
don't
you only
understand.
rush 3 guys.
Dude, they did it the whole second half, and they pull a quarterback off the bench, and you're going to give him time to see the field.
Yeah.
If there's a kid coming fresh off the bench that ain't been the starter, off the jump, we bringing the heat.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're Peyton Manning. We're at least going to make you make him decisions about 2 seconds earlier than you were going to have to make them, and make some throws a lot quicker than you were going to have to make those throws. The kid was a great athlete.
Yeah.
And you just sitting there letting him deal.
I
I did not understand. Now, he was more of a dual threat. I don't understand why we bring a lot of pressure on Nussmeier. He's not a dual threat. He sits in the pocket and throws the ball. That's his thing. Why wouldn't you try to put pressure on him?
Yeah. And I bet Mississippi State wish they'd had Van Buren back because they could have won some games with him, the ones they were in, especially that Texas and Tennessee game.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, I don't know, though. LSU only scored 9 points. So, I mean, this is first world problems. I appreciate, us Alabama fans are back to complaining about a team scoring 9 points. And we only beat LSU by 11.
Saturday's game's going to be real tough.
Oklahoma? Yeah. That's at Alabama?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. Going to have to put up a few points.
We're going to have to run the ball.
I don't know if that can happen.
And they're only giving up 21 yards rushing.
Jay,
their defense is.
Are we holding out something in the rush game?
I don't know.
Like, are we just like, hey, we're not going to show a lot till the end of the season? Because at no point in time have I seen any inclinations that Alabama can run the football. Even in different block schemes, different play calling, I'm like, it's almost nothing y'all can do. We can run the football. It is amazing to me.
They don't run forward enough.
Huh?
Daniel Hill.
Oh, yes. I agree with that. I think our offensive line is really good in pass pro, not good in a run block.
Especially on the right side.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't get it. Don't understand it. But I tell you what, though, Jay, Twerkin Durkin has got the Mighty War Tigers.
Yeah.
Headed in the right directions.
What was it, over 500-something yards total offense?
Yes.
And still lost.
And still got beat by Vandy.
Diego Papa.
You know what I love about the Auburn family? They're celebrating that they look so good in a loss to Vandy.
Yeah.
I love it. I need more.
And to me, it looks like Hugh Freeze played the wrong quarterback all year long.
I guess, man. I don't know. Maybe he just wanted to kind of stand firm on his decision to get Arnold out of the portal and like, well, this is our guy. This is our guy. Now, I will say this. Vandy didn't have any legit film on that other kid.
No.
And so they're probably prepping for the Arnold kid the whole time. And so I would assume as the weeks, you start to see another game or two of the other kid, there's going to be defenses making adjustments to that. So I wouldn't put all my eggs in that basket yet.
And you don't know how much because Derek Nix called plays for Auburn Saturday. You don't know how much he did more so than Hugh Freeze called more of the plays than Derek did when he was there, because it's like daylight and dark between the two different.
Yeah. And hey, let's not forget, you're still playing Vandy, man. I know Vandy's a good football team, but you've got a lot more athletes than Vandy has. Again, Vandy, great football team, fantastic quarterback, but you've got
great receiver in Eli Stowers too.
Yes, he's first round.
Yeah,
it's still Vandy, Jay.
And Auburn's off this week. Play Mercer and got us at the end of the year.
Got Mercer big. Hey, they will beat Mercer by 50, and Auburn will be back. I told somebody in a text thread, if we beat Oklahoma, if I'm Alabama, I'm setting all my starters in the Iron Bowl. Why? That game means nothing. Auburn's done. They may make a bowl game. But if Alabama wins, if they beat Oklahoma, they're in the SEC championship game regardless, I think.
They said they could lose.
Yeah. And if you lose, if you lose and get out of the SEC championship game but still in the playoff, that's the way to go. You're one less game.
Yeah. But you get a home game, though.
Well, if you lose, you get a home game. If you win, and win SEC championship game, you get a bye, but you don't get to host a home game.
I know.
So it's weird. Like, we're going to reward you with a bye, and that's also going to mean that you lose $3 million in tax revenue and having a home
because, as you know, well, yours is more than mine probably, but our seats for that first round game was I think $600 and something.
Yours are higher than mine. You're on the home side, though.
No, I'm on the visitor side.
Really?
I'm in the East Upper Deck.
Well, I'm lower level East. I think I put in the order. I didn't request SEC championship tickets. I don't really care nothing about going over there.
But yeah, so my
Atlanta.
4 seats was $660.
Oh, you got 4.
Yeah.
Well, mine were $1,000 for 2. Well, there you go. So yours
I
were
thought
2.
you had 4.
No, I only got 2.
Okay.
Mine's 32 rows up, 40-yard line, lower level. So I only got 2. Mine were it was $500 a ticket.
Yours is right under Saban's box set, right?
Well, I hadn't been to a game in a few years since he's retired, so I don't know.
We're because that's where President Trump was. Right there.
I missed it, Jay. I missed it.
And now when your kids get older, they'll be like, Dad, I want them tickets.
Well, they more than welcome to start paying for them now.
Well, Brody's working, so
he don't care nothing about it.
He don't.
Not really. My oldest daughter, Sadie, would be more apt to go than any of my kids. In Judah, for some reason, he's a Georgia fan.
What about Bella?
She's, as of right now, she's in. She's in. Like, my girls are much more interested in football and watching football than
They're
my boys.
daddy's girls. That's why.
Yeah, but the boys aren't. Like, Judah gets a bunch of his buddies together and they watch football like every Saturday. But
he likes Georgia.
He had an aunt who brainwashed him as a young child, and he's got jerseys, and he's always posting stuff about Georgia players and all this. And we went to the SEC championship game when Bama beat Georgia, and it was devastating for him. And then they beat us in the championship game that year, which we didn't go to. Me and Dusty went to that game, so he didn't get to go. That's the only game they've won was that championship game, and of course he wasn't there. I tried to get tickets this year to the game in Athens, but was denied. I wouldn't. I didn't have enough.
Like a lot of us.
I didn't have enough Tide Pride points to get up to that level. Well, no, I didn't request SEC championship game tickets this year because I really could care less about going back to Atlanta unless it's a championship game. But I want to go to a home playoff game because that's never happened. Yeah, and I got a request in for those if Alabama has a home playoff game.
Just because, Yeah. We may play. If we make it, we might play A&M. So,
yeah, and the thing if you go to the SEC championship game and lose, you're probably still hosted. Yeah. So then you got to buy both of those tickets, and if you put the request in with your credit card, they're gonna swipe it.
Oh yeah.
And hey, buddy, them babies need some Christmas. It's too close to Christmas. Be swiping, thousands of dollars for tickets.
Hey, Judah, you better get back on the right side of the fence. You may get kicked out of the wheel.
Yeah. Hey, well, somebody's going to get these tickets. And as of right now, I know who it ain't going to be. It's probably my girls.
Well, now, Georgia comes back next year.
To Tuscaloosa?
Yes.
I thought that series was over.
No.
Georgia was in Tuscaloosa 2 years ago.
I know. I think they're coming back again. It's part of that 9-game schedule.
Oh, that's weird. I could have swore that I heard that this would be the last time in the regular season that they would play for potentially like 8 years or something.
I think that's right. I ain't for sure.
Awesome. I'll have to keep some of my tickets next year. I've sold them every year for about the last 3 or 4 years because I've had boys playing high school football on Friday nights, and it's hard. You get home sometimes midnight from a long trip on a Friday night, and getting up, going to Tuscaloosa Saturday, and then being at church early on a Sunday morning. I just sell the whole package. You can sell the whole package and make more money before the season starts than you can if you just wait and sell them by the game, because nobody wants Mercer tickets. Nobody wants
like this year, Eastern Illinois.
Nobody is going to buy those tickets, which I've gave away tons of tickets through the years. But you can make you make some money on LSU, Georgia, something like that. But you gotta hustle. Yeah. And I'd just rather sell the whole thing.
And what is weird is not seeing scalpers.
Yes.
Yes. It's weird.
Yeah. There's not any scalping going on. Well, I mean, it's going on. It's just digital scalping now.
Catfishing.
Right. Well, and you got to be careful with that. That's one thing. I've got a trusted person that I sell my tickets to, and they pay me every year before the season starts. And so the price of the tickets don't go up or down before the season starts. Yeah. I can get what I get out of them. Mm-hmm. If Alabama's undefeated, they go through the roof, and I'm like, well, I could have made some more money. Yeah. But, they lose 2 or 3 games, nobody's paying for Vandy tickets then. Yeah. And they're face value, and you're losing money. So, anyway. All right, what about we got maybe a couple minutes left, Jay. Where are you watching college football at now, Jay? Well, since I don't know if you said you had YouTube TV. Yeah, I did too. How are you watching college football now?
Now, I'm a wrestling nut. Okay,
like as in like WWE.
Yeah.
Okay,
so they had that they got their whole new agreement with ESPN. Yeah. So I got the what is it? Is it the bundle? The ESPN was it? It's ESPN Unlimited is what it is. That's the $30 a month. Yeah. So I did that just where I can watch the wrestling pay-per-views. So I get all my college football games through that, but I do have YouTube TV. Yeah. So
YouTube TV has broken my heart, Jay. I've been watching YouTube TV, I don't know, for years now. Had it at my old house. We built a house, moved in 23. I've had it that well past that time frame, and they got a split screen, man. I could watch 4 games at a time, and it was so awesome. And now they can't seem to come to an agreement. And now, so I canceled my YouTube TV subscription, My wife has had a Disney Plus subscription for years. I gave it to her for her birthday, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. She re-ups on it every year, watches all this Disney stuff. They have a package. Hey, man, we'll give you the Hulu and the ESPN for like $30 a month. Well, man, that's a deal. That's less than I was paying with YouTube TV. Well, I get it. Get on it. And it's not Hulu Live. It's just Hulu, the regular Hulu, which is pretty much the same thing as Netflix.
On-demand stuff.
Basically. Yes. And all I'm really getting is the ESPN channels. And so, like, if I still want to watch Fox, a game on Fox, like a NFL game on CBS, any of those things, I don't have those networks. And so over the weekend, I thought to myself, I'm about to turn all this crap off. I don't.
Are you going to get you some rabbit ears?
Oh, yes. Like, I've already thought, hey, I'm putting some rabbit ears back on the TV and getting all the locals for free. Like, I would have watched the Alabama game for free Saturday night.
Yeah.
It was on ABC.
Do you remember when the government made us get that little digital box?
That HD, yes. When it went from analog to digital. Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to get one of those. But, like, if I'm on this Disney Plus app and watching ESPN and I wanted to flip and say I got Hulu Live, I want to flip back over, I'm going to have to change apps. You know how many minutes it's going to take during that? Like, usually I'm either watching my split screen and just moving the controller down so I can hear the sound on the other game. And then when my game comes back on, I flip the sound back up, which was amazing. Now, commercial break, I would flip over to a different game, see a score there. And you're not going to be able to do that because you only got 2 minutes in between commercials. It's going to take 2 minutes to get off of this app. Scroll down, open the other app, confirm who you are or whose account. Are you on your wife's account? Are you on your account? Are you on your kid's account? Log in and then try to get to a game that you're going to check out for 10 seconds and then try to go back to the other app. No.
Yeah.
I'm done doing it.
And here's the people that are really hurting with this. The people, and I don't know why they do it, the people that pay for the NFL Sunday ticket. They can't cancel their subscription because they don't have ESPN. And they can't watch Monday Night Football either.
Yeah.
So
I watched.
So they're sucked in, because you start the year
to the end of the NFL season.
They pay $300 for the Sunday ticket, and they can't cancel it because they're in for that.
I did see Sling TV advertised a 1-day subscription. You just buy it for 1 day for $5. So hopefully at some point in time this week, I'm canceling all of the crap. I'll keep Netflix because T-Mobile, I have T-Mobile. T-Mobile pays for my Netflix.
And the Apple TV as well.
Yes. And so I'll keep those because I'm not paying for those. Disney Plus, you're gone. Hulu, gone. ESPN, gone. Sling TV, $5 for Saturday, in. The last weekend, Bama didn't play. We're at a ball field playing softball all day. I'm not watching college football that day anyway. I can't. I don't have to pay it. I would have went last weekend and this weekend and paid $5. Dude, that's a deal.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure when this contract comes back up with Sling TV, Disney's going to do the same thing. What I understand, why don't the SEC just make their own package? They had the SEC network, now it's run through ESPN. How about you cut all of them out and you stream your own stuff on your own platform?
Yeah.
I know Disney and ABC, ESPN has paid the SEC, $500 billion for their product, and now they're holding people hostage and YouTube TV hostage, and it will be DirecTV and Dish Network and Sling TV, and they'll hold all of these other providers hostage. SEC.
Yeah.
How about you hold everybody hostage? Yeah. We're not giving our product to nobody. We're making all the money. We're making all of the ad revenue.
Yeah.
You're adding a middleman
for your product. We're holding ESPN up to keep them going.
Yes. 100%. Let's do something about it, Jay. Let's start. Limestone County Sports is going to buy the rights to SEC football. by that time, $750 billion. We're going to partner with Elon Musk and make it happen.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm down. All right, Jay, we about out of time, man. It's been a fantastic high school football season. I know we got to rambling on at the end of the show today, but we had only those 2 games to cover. And again, appreciative for Athens and Tanner getting in the playoffs. Looking forward to all of these schools getting rolling on the basketball court. I know some middle school teams have already started as well. I know most of our JV varsity teams will start this week or late this week anyway. And good luck to those guys. Maybe, JV, we will continue to do the show every Monday morning. We'll make that decision between now and next Monday. Probably not, because I'd love to take a few weeks off of holiday and not having to get up so early on a Monday. I'm not an early riser, and so and I'm only getting up about 30 minutes earlier than I used to our rest of the week anyway. But we'll see. Hopefully, even if we don't do the show on a regular basis, hopefully we can get together maybe before the county tournament. I know baseball and softball will be cranking up about county tournament time. They'll be starting practices and things for baseball and softball. And I'm back on the baseball and softball fields. And so I'll be around, seeing teams play and have more information.
Yeah, me as well with my oldest making the middle school team at Lindsay Lane. So we'll get out and see a lot of Lindsay Lane games this year. So looking forward to it.
Yep, same. Jay, you got anything else before you close? Tailgate Talk's going to still be going on every Saturday, right?
Yeah, we're switching over seasons now to basketball, and we started this past Saturday. They talked to the Athens Bible School coaches and talked to Danny and Donnie as well. So Tailgate Talk every Saturday morning, 10 to 12. WKC 1080 AM or on your PAS Plus app. So, but we appreciate all the coaches this year, football, and everybody sharing their scores, sharing their likes, and viewing our page. And we appreciate every bit of that. It's been a joy.
One of the things that I thought about in the off season, I've got a lot of film from a lot of county teams. Ardmore and Tanner played. Ardmore and Clements played. Ardmore and East played. Clements. So I've got a lot of film from most every school in the county. I've got some kind of film on, and so from time to time I'm going to be posting some reels. If you hadn't already, that reel that we posted last week, I checked last night, it's 1.5 million views. That's got Reed Bardos and Braden McKnight. There's a couple other kids in that video. I know some parents was tagging their kids in it. They're Facebook famous now. But we'll be posting some reels from time to time of some action shots from some of your players. So be looking for those. Tag those kids in it. Share them. They can use that for any of that stuff for recruiting, anything at all. If we've got some video or something that you guys need to help your kids out, let us know. We'd love to help them out. Coaches as well in the off season. I know spring football will be coming up here in a few months. And if you need anything for spring ball, reach out to us. Let us know. We'll probably be doing some more coaches' nights of encouragement here at Lindsay Lane, possibly talking about that next summer and into the fall. Again, so be looking for those things as well. Limestone County Sports appreciates all of you. Appreciate you listening. And we'll be back real soon. JV?
Thank you again, y'all, for liking us and accepting us, and we'll see y'all down the road.
Appreciate you. Have a fantastic holiday season if we don't see you again.
God bless.
Bleachers rumble with the roar of the crowd. Underneath the stars, we make our town proud. Every win, every loss, we shout it out loud. From the court to the field to the dirt and the track, we cheer for the glory, we never hold back. It's the pulse of the county, the pride we unpack. Limestone County Sports, we bring the game to life. Every play, every fight, every Friday night. Limestone County Sports, it's where legends ignite. Limestone County Sports.